never slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, spitting fast. I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past and the pettiness.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Astrology for Mystics with Jenn. How are you guys doing tonight on this Saturday night? Thank you so much for joining me. We are going to be talking about the astrology. There's some things that I've been doing today. I mean, I've been getting back in my groove. Got home last night, jumped on Seth's live, and I am, getting back in my groove. Looking at Sebastian's map. And there are some things that I want to talk to you guys about tonight. And of course, I did not hashtag this, Sebastian. This is just for us, for the people that, hey, Mama Marissa, Cinderella Jill. Hey, guys. Hey, Shauna. I don't really want to put this out there. So, and I'm not going to really get into it deep, but I did look at offenders on Sebastian's map today. And I just so happened to be looking at these offenders and looking at the dates. But there's something that has really weighed on me today. And that's the fact that Sebastian's stepsister is having a lot of things going on with her that is going to come back around on January 11th. It's almost like what I'm seeing right now with her. There's something that will transpire between now and then on January 11th, and it's going back to this offender too. So I'm going to be talking about that. So you guys that are in here right now, once I start mapping and I do a live about Sebastian's map, make sure you join because I want to show you guys the map. And the things I'm seeing between tonight, though, there's some things that are going on with her that are in an opposition. And I'm going to show you the chart. Okay. I'm going to show you the chart without showing you her chart because I'm going to respect her as a little girl. Hey, Janelle, my sweet baby. Hey, baby. She just sent me a picture of the baby and he's got a pacifier in his mouth. And I'm like, oh my God. She said he won't not take it. Yeah. Sweet mommy. The sweet mommy, Janelle. Love you, baby. Love you, honey. But yeah, so this little girl, and it's not just like tonight, okay? It's not just tonight that Faith is going to have this opposition. There's a fate, okay? There's a fate with it. But there is definitely some things that we need to talk about tonight before I get going because I need to release this weight. And I mean, the best place that I can release this weight is with you guys. You come to me to release weights, and I'm doing the same with you tonight. I'm not going to get all into it and show us and show Sebastian's map tonight, but it is something I think that is worth considering. Um, yeah, they are doing so good. He is doing so good. He's finally getting those that don't know, this is my daughter, and She just had a baby, a little boy. His name is Alex, and he's really doing good. He's thriving. And he's such a good baby, you know? He's such a good baby. Janelle is she is she's able to get some sleep, without him being just fussy all night long. And with Lily was fussy all night long. So it's like Janelle's like, what's going on? Why is this baby not so fussy? But anyway, so what I want to do is I want to show you guys what I'm talking about. I'm going to pull up the chart. And of course, anybody that wants a reading, anybody that wants a card, and anybody that wants to come up here and read cards, I think that we just need to have an open night where we just kind of get back together as our community. She is over the moon, and so am I. I mean, no doubt about it. Like, we are all just like elated. Lily's elated. Alex has two girls because the baby is a junior. So his dad has two girls that are around the same age as Lily, and they all get along so good. And Janelle just sent me a picture of all three of them. They are just, I mean, all these kids are just so beautiful. I told Janelle I'm going to have to create a shirt that says, my papa knows how to shoot or something like that. Because these girls are just too beautiful and too sassy, just beautiful and sassy and smart, very smart. Anyways, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen with you guys. We're going to pull up the chart. We're just going to pull it's like the clock, okay? So this is like a clock. And this clock is just always ticking. Let me this is Nashville time right now. Right now. And what I want to show you is let me bring up my Epic pen. What I want to show you is right here. This key, okay, let me go ahead and take me off so y'all can see it a little bit more. A little bit more. Let's see if I take the banner out or hold on. Let's see if I take it's really not going to do any good, any better. Okay, it don't matter. Okay. This 0051 right here with Chiron is going to station. It's going to be at this degree. And I've talked about this, but I want to make sure that I've got it recorded once again because it matters. Okay. This definitely matters. The 0051 with Chiron is in an opposition. Okay. It's in an opposition with the Enlightenment, and this is going to the TBI. This is going to the TBI. And like I've said over and over and over again, the TBI does really well with offenders, child predators. Okay. They do really well with that. We have evidence of it, we see it. Okay. But this physician is in an opposition. Okay. Well, Little Faith has a 0051 Scorpio Apollo, this physician. So her physician is conjunct right here in conversation with the TBI. Are y'all following me? So her physician, the TBI's physician, and we're looking at it here in the 8th house. I'm about to blow your mind, so just stay with me for a second. So this physician, Apollo in Scorpio, is conjunct in conversation with Faith, with her physician, Apollo. So we got two physicians, they're in conversation, and they are opposing this 0051, which she has that exact degree, 0051, but it is in Scorpio. Okay, it's her physician, it's a Scorpio. What's going to happen is this Chiron at a 0051 in Taurus, it is going to station. That means that it's going to be here for days. It's gonna be at a 0051, and then it's gonna station. It's going to go into a 0052, and then it's going to come back in retrograde, coming back into the past. Right now, it's moving forward. We're not talking about things of the past. We're talking about things that are going to be moving forward. But when it stations at a 0052, it's gonna come down to a 0051 in retrograde, and we're gonna be right back here, right back here. When I said that we are in a phase 3 with Sebastian, that's exactly what I meant, and I still mean. We are in, like, these phases that it's gonna come and go. These phases are coming and going. But right now, it's something that I'm really taking note of because not only is this 0051 in an opposition, this Chiron is in an opposition with her, with little Faith, but it's also something that I want to record and take note of is that this 0053, the South Node, the fate with health, where she's been before, it is coming down to a 0051. That's gonna be tomorrow around 2 o'clock. Tomorrow around 2 o'clock in the afternoon, Sebastian's stepsister is going to have this fate that's it's gonna be transformative about where she's been before. I don't know if she is going to therapy, if she's gonna start therapy. That's possible, but it feels really weighted for me. I feel weighted down by whatever it is that she's going through, and I've done this before, connecting, to this little girl that I've never met, that I have all kids deserve love and compassion and empathy. And it's a trip that right now the sun is shining at a 9:47 because, let me just go ahead and read this right now because she also has a 1738. Wow. So this opposition that she has with Katie Proudfoot is a 947. The sun is shining on that. The 1738. I'm gonna stop it right now because wait till y'all see what I'm about to show you guys. Hold on. Let me just go ahead and bring up January 11th because this is where it's gonna blow your mind because it's blowing my mind too. Y'all know how I'll be. I mean, it'll start blowing my own mind. So January 11th is the day that I'm watching with this offender that I've got on the map. I've looked at him time and time again. I've showed it on live. But on January 11th, this offender is going to have a breakup. There's going to be a breakup with him. It's going to be a devouring energy with Admetos right here. Admetos, there's going to be a breakup with communications, possibly networking, possibly online. I don't know how he rolls. If he has anything to do with Sebastian or not, I think that this is going to be a time where he is going to be feeling this offender, he is going to be feeling a Saturn return. And he is also going to have this timing that's coming to him that's going to be a breakup. And not only that, but Venus is going to be in an opposition with him at his home. And the reason why I stopped it and I said that Faith has the 1738 in her chart. It's in Libra. It's the wisdom of Poseidon. And this 1738 is actually going to also have the wisdom in Scorpio. And I know that a lot of you are just like, I don't even know what this means. I don't know. But I do know that this 2706 is definitely going to Sumner County, Tennessee, the Sumner County Sheriff's Office. It's going to Sebastian. There's going to be a magnetism with it. Where he meets his mark, the physician is going to shine enlightenment on it. So I don't know how this is all going to work out. I just saw it today. But before I got reading charts, I wanted to show you guys this. The last thing that really blows my mind is that Eris at a 2451 is in Aries, and she is going to be a station at this time. at this moment that I'm watching. And it's a trip because Eris at a 2451 on January 11th is Zeus is going to be at that 2451, but it's going to be in Libra. It's going to be in Libra. I mean, it's in Libra now. Sorry. It's in Libra now. Like right now. There's an opposition with the ninth house. It could be about courts. It could be about judges. It could be about, things that we learn. But there's something going on with faith today and tomorrow and the next day and the next day and the next day and the next day. This opposition with her isn't letting up anytime soon. And we're going to come back to January 11th because January 11th, there's an opposition and it's stationing, and it's going to be surreal for us here on this channel to learn what comes about on January 11th. That I think could have something to do with this offender. There's a lot going on here. And Katie is having a nodal return. Seth is having a nodal return. TBI is having a nodal return. And so that means that there's some type of fate. And like I said, I think TBI does really well with offenders. If it doesn't involve an offender, they just don't do well. I mean, it's evident. We see that with the TBI. If you watch their Facebook, you see it with the TBI. You definitely see it. So that is what I wanted to get off of my chest today because I think that there is a lot that is going to be happening between now and January, of course. We are watching days in August for Sebastian. But when Sebastian has that, let me show you. When the divine justice comes to his IC, his lowest point, this is where the 456 is going to activate this offender's chart. And so I am, you know, I want to watch it because there is some type of, there it is right there. This is when August 31st, this is when Sebastian, the lowest point, his IC, there is a justice that comes about. And there is, Seth shines at a 2917. There's the fate with it. There's some things that are going to be going on August 31st. Right? So this 456 is also connecting to that offender that I'm watching. And I'm watching Tennessee with it, with him. I just want to make sure that you guys never think that I'm not looking at everything. Anything and everything that I can look at. Just like I would do with you if I was reading you. I want to look at all angles. I would want to look at everything. And I don't want to sell myself short and thinking one way when it could be another. So I just want you guys to know that first and foremost, before I really get into this live reading, anybody that wants a reading, anybody that wants a card, like I'm ready to really divine with it, but I had to get this off my chest. And eventually I'm going to do a live and I'm going to show you guys the map and how I came to look at this offender. Once again, I've seen him several times. I've talked about him on live in the very beginning, but I think we need to revisit him because he is having a Saturn return. And I want y'all to see it. Where Katie is having her nodal return is it's going over the roadhouse. It's going over the roadhouse where she's been before. And there's this fate about the roadhouse. There is a fate that is with the bowling alley where she's been. what she was doing, who she was with, who was around. We just don't know. And we know that there is something weird when a mother doesn't come out and say, crying and bawling and trying to get the public to help. But it doesn't mean that something else didn't happen. So I'm always trying to look, at the different angles. And I just can't believe how it's all showing up on that day where this offender is having a major opposition and there's a breakup with communications or with data, you know. And sometimes, when you're looking at data as a law enforcement agency, sometimes when you're looking at data, it may take you a while. It may take for the different people to look at it, Secret Service, marshals, whoever. It just may take some time. So tonight, I think I, I want to get into I definitely want to do my star codes tonight, but I want to do a moonology as well. So the astro cards are always, I love them, but the moonology I think is something we didn't get to do an Aquarius full moon, and I'm just really feeling the reflection of, empathy and intuition and all that stuff. The moon is just pulling on your heartstrings, pulling on us all. And the sun is definitely showing up and showing out. So I want to do, because of the sun, I want to do Lemuria, Beyond Lemuria too. So I got 3 decks. And of course, the angel deck is always one that we love. Let me get my angel deck. Oh, where's it at? Where's it at? Where's that? Always love the affirmations. The affirmations is always a good thing. So I've got those. I've got the moon, the oracle of the angels, beyond Lemuria, and moonology. So what I want to do is I want to start out, and I'm just going to read us a collective card and just try to get in the divining, moment, if you will. Just really let go of this weight, of children and of worry and concern, and just let it go. Let it go, because this little girl I've never met Sebastian, but it's like your mom heart just pulls. And the moon rules that 4th house. It rules that empathetic wisdom, that you get with your kids. So let's look at this. Let's let the moon be our guide here. How this is going to work itself out. A balance. Well, you don't say. I shine in Pisces. And this is a full moon in Pisces, balance, spirituality, and practicality. I can dig that, can't y'all? That's a great way to start this live reading out and just balance, get back into the spirituality and the practicality of it all. So, where is Orb? Like, somebody needs to text Orb. Where is she at? Speaking of the moonology and spiritual practices, where's our girl at? Hey, D Green. Hey, D Green. Janice, good to see ya. Yes, Mama Marissa. Okay, so Mama Marissa, what I think you said a card. I want a card. Lemuria. Okay. Shauna saying Lemuria. I seriously have to cook when you're on. I get so engrossed. I forget something cooking. That's funny. Check your porch soon. Should I go check my porch? You can't see me? You want me to turn the light on? Is that better? I look awful. I've just been doing my thing, guys. Put my hair up today, went out, I've just been, lounging. You think Janelle wanted one? Where is Janelle? I don't even know if she's still in here. Where you at, Nellie? Nellie girl. It says it's on its way. Jeff is like, what? Where's Janelle Marie? Where you at? Where you at, girl? All right. So how about Lemuria? Which card do you want, Mama Marissa? What card? We're winging it tonight. I'm on my way. On the way. It's on the way. All right. All righty. Shauna, here you go, my love. Annie. Okay. Any card. I'll have to think about which one I want to pull for you. Any deck. That gets fun. All right, honey. Shauna. Oh, well, let's just see what all these have to say. Let's see. There's a bunch of them. So we're going to look at all of them. Geez. We got fire. Fire. Feeling Sag there. But I mean, there's a conjunction with Leo. So I mean that's definitely fire too. And school's about to start. Luminescence. Ooh. This is such a cool, different type of deck, guys. It's just different. Life force energy. Life force. So we got the life force, we got the luminescence, we got the fire, and we've got she of the lotus. Lotus. Love the lotus flower and the symbolism. I love it. And it's the full spectrum here. The full spectrum. And we do. I mean, we literally have the full spectrum right here because I think that I want to do, I'm not going to read all of them. I'll send them to you. But I am going to read She of the Lotus. She of the Lotus. The lotus flower is such a spiritual symbolism. It says shadow work. She of the Lotus. Shadow work. Addressing dissonance, seeing downfalls as the flip side of superpowers, loving yourself back to wholeness, the beautiful lotus that grows from murky waters, disempowering triggers, bringing light into your dark corners. Originally, the title for this oracle deck was going to be The Language of Light. It was not actualized in that incarnation as other layers of meaning needed to be honored. The fuller spectrum I was guided to bring bring through also included the shadow. In hindsight, choosing to deepen the message of balance that the Lemurians were bringing forward through this work meant I had to experience my shadow. My shadow encounters brought light into nooks I didn't know I had. If there is a way to fast track your growth, it is by being real with the shadowy or unloved parts of yourself. There was a time when the concepts of shadow work and self love seemed relevant, but I was vague as to what they really meant. I knew the next part of my journey, I was exploring them, but how that would happen was quite mystifying. The shadow and self love are big topics to unpack, and unraveling them took me on quite an adventure. Unfortunately, I thought that shadow work was about digging up as many issues as possible, that being present with them meant wallowing in them. Without tools for expanded awareness, I found myself drowning deeper in the upset of it all and creating more of it in the process. My journey for clarity took me to Cambodia, where I met and mastered the art of perspective and indirectly finding growth points in a way that spoke to me and my being rather than my mind. That sparked a 3-month journey into the farthest reaches of myself. I realized I had a lot of unlearning and self acceptance to do. The years of trying to be the best I could be created constructs of my self identity. My striving wasn't as healthy as I thought. By discarding traits that seemed ugly or hindering, I was also rejecting sides of myself that were quite wonderful. They were two sides of the coin, and equally, they were part of my true nature. And I think that you say that. I think that you actually said that today. It can be both truths. You said that yesterday, both truths. Two things can be right at once. And so I think that this is a beautiful card that is just validating, it's absolutely validating the lotus, the shadow. And when we reject or deny those parts of ourselves, we end up feeling hollow, lost, or detached. When we take them out of the trash and work with them through compassion, gentleness, honesty, and non judgment, we can shine a light on these shadows and see them for what they truly are. Incredibly, my perceived weakness vanished as I peeled the layers further and further back to explore the past experiences that accompanied them. Accepting shadows enough to bring them into the daylight was usually all it took for them to dissipate. Their power dissolved, and I could see them for what they were. Paradoxically, self love is a catalyst for transformation, alchemicalizing painful triggers, and it is an opportunity for awareness that helps us reclaim more of ourselves. As the dense spaces begin to evaporate, we can feel more light, more love, and we create an upward healing spiral. I have come to learn that shadow work and self-love are practices to implement on a day-to-day basis. A true light bringer shines light in all the corners, so shadows can be acknowledged and released. So the meaning it says for this card after all of that is take a look at any unconscious patterns that may be running you. Are there elements of yourself you need to take out the trash, dust off, and reabsorb? Shadows can be painful or tender to the touch. Sensitivity in an area can be a trigger. Accepting our shadows is the first stage in restoring ourselves to wholeness. Peel back the layers where there is shame, guilt, or fear and bring them into daylight under a loving and compassioning light. They will resolve and reassimilate so you can re engage with your superpowers. Love it. So we're definitely shining a light. There's a lot of luminescence here with the life force energy, and it's on fire. And it's really the full spectrum. I mean, we can see that the deck is just speaking to us tonight. So that I like that. I like that a lot. And I think that that's something that I need to read for my Marissa. Well, hey, Michelle, slide on in, honey. Get in where you fit in. Get in where you fit in, sis. Hey, Angel, for you. Good to see you, sweetheart. Yeah, yeah. Let's just, let's get us some depth of this Lumeria and get really deeply spiritual right now. Even more, Jen, I was listening to a shadow work podcast. Shadow work I've always been on the fence about. I found, however, my own take on it. It's not as scary. The Chiron return will make you do shadow work. It will bring about an awakening. The dark moon, you would think that the dark moon would do something like that, would bring this disordered aggression, things from the past, and make you look at it and face it. But Chiron return, it doesn't just, a Chiron return don't just happen on that day that it returns. It's actually happening as soon as Chiron comes in and starts making its way toward that degree, it will start feeling that way. So when that happens, just remember that it's an awakening. It's an awakening process. There is Mama Marissa. And Mama Marissa, you've got a card, sweetheart, that just jumped out, and it's Earth. Earth. Nurture nature. Nurture nature. Nurture the earth. 14. Let's read that. Let's read that, girl. You still in here, Mama Marissa? Hey, Jan. Good to see you, babe. Good to see all of you. I just love y'all. Jeff, delivery now says tomorrow. I'm sure the driver was like, I'm turning around. It's dark out here. Probably so. Probably so. All right, Mama Marissa, the earth. Nurture nature. Looking after the planet, the ebb and flow of life, the loving embrace of Mother Nature, the natural beauty of death and decay, the macro, the microcosm, time and nature, ancestors, growth through weathering storms, nurturing self and heart so you may flourish. No one can hold us the way that nature can. Mama Nature is a powerful healer and transmuter of dense energies we may be holding on to. Just as she shakes in our breath and returns our bones to fertile soil, so too can she transform our woes if we can allow ourselves to surrender, to lie in her grassy arms, or be embraced by her branches. Just as plastics and oils cannot be broken down in the earth for renewal, when our emotions become hardened or impenetrable, catalyzed into something more destructive, they can't be transformed into the compost that we grow from. Experiences may categorize as good or bad part of life. Death, rebirth are part of the natural cycle that allows for the continuation of life. Creating something through suppression and control that will not break down will only bring us further out of harmony. Nature is all around us. Notice her. Know that when you feel like no one else can hold you, she can. Spend as much time in nature as possible and do what you can to preserve it. The themes that surround this card are grounding, finding our roots, family, reliability, physical healing, nurture, solid foundations, fertility, vitality. And the Mother Nature card is, for me, it is about our roots. It's about our family. And I'm feeling like family tree. I'm feeling like this is all about family, sisters, cousins, aunts, uncles, and the grounding of nature and allowing the nature to fulfill, even if it's like buying a new plant, you know. My son, let me show you this. Hold on. My son bought me a new plant. Let me show you. So he bought me this new plant. He got me the plant. I need to take it out of the little thing, but he bought me this too. And it's just, sometimes it just does wonders when you go to a nursery and you just look at all of the life and all the beauty. It is so beautiful. And so that's what I'm thinking about. Like, it makes me feel that for you. Like, it makes me want to take you to the nursery and make you, pick something out that you love and that you would nurture and take care of. Yeah. And it's just, I don't know, it's just such a beautiful plant. Oh, Michelle, thank you. Yesterday was the day my son passed, so I would like a card for Tyler. Oh, honey. Hmm. Would you rather me look at your chart or do you want a card? Yeah. African violet. I grew up with this. plant in my house. My mom had it, and I grew up with one. And I never knew what it was, but when I saw it, Jody, took me to the nursery. He bought a bunch of plants and he was like, "Yeah, pick you something out, mom." And I'm like, "I remember, this plant growing up." So I got it, but I need to transplant it into the pot. I definitely need to transplant it. Estira, what's up, girl? It's a happy plant. Yeah, I need to figure out how to take care of it. I haven't Googled it yet. Okay, so no chart, no crying. Okay. Because I have a feeling that if I looked at the chart and compared his chart with your chart, we would see something really deep. And, it's just sad. It's just sad. I know that we pick the pain and the suffering and the learning and the growth, but it can never, even knowing that, it can never make you feel any better. It just couldn't. So what I want to do then is I definitely want to rise. I'm going to bring this one out too. The plant needs a name. Okay, y'all name it. What should we name it? I'm going to bring out White Light Oracle. Let's take a switch here. Let's switch and turn. Sassy Sandy is in the house. Planalicious. Come on, girl. What do y'all want? What should we name it? Yeah, Michelle, name it. Name it, Michelle. Good to see you, Sassy. Let's do the white light, Michelle, and then I'm going to also look at the Oracle of the Phoenix because I want to rise with some fire. I want to rise with some fire with you. I want to bring in the light and then I want to raise it with some fire. And we love you, Michelle. I hate that you have to go through this. Hey, Kimberly, good to see you, babe. Violet. Okay, Violet it is. Violet. Violet. Thank you, Astera. We'll call her Violet. Hope. I like hope. I like that too. Everybody needs some hope. Everybody. I love the back of these cards. Mm, I love the back of them. So I pulled Bastet of 174 hertz. The white light oracle is a different, majorly different type of oracle deck. It's wild. So I'm going to bring in the light and then we're going to bring in the fire for Tyler. For Tyler. For you and Tyler. I know, I love this. I love it. Because it reminds me of Joshua. He loved wolves, collected wolves. So I don't know like what this actually means, but we're about to find out together. So the Bastet of 174 hertz, it says you've been moving so fast for so long that you are not realizing how wound up you've become. Gently unwind now. Drop into a deeper, slower healing rhythm. You will restore your body, mind, and soul. Things which seem too difficult right now will pass And even, hold on, things which seem too difficult right now will seem very manageable. The Egyptian cat headed goddess of dance, festivals, birth, healing, sacred potions is now as Bastet. Her sacred cult was one of the beauty, pleasure, and enjoyment. Worshipping her was not about ignoring the problems that are part of being alive. This is wild. It's just wild. In fact, just as cats can see in the dark and are natural and skillful hunters, Bastet was often called upon for psychic protection from hidden negativities and to secure one's life force and enhance one's vitality. Her role is a healer and of magical healing potions and sacred perfumes. She integrates healing with pleasure, relaxation, sensual connection to the physical world of nature, including beautiful natural oils and jewels made with precious and semi precious stones. Bastet shows us how to slow down and smell the roses while applying their perfume oil to our bodies and breathing in their high frequency scent to protect and soothe our painful heart. She is the guardian of and guide into the feminine paradise that brings healing, willingness to connect to the earth and the body, and a capacity to experience sacred healing, playfulness, exuberance, and natural states of joy. The healing frequency of 174 hertz is known as the pain relieving frequency, a natural anesthetic. It is a musical version of the similar low frequency purring of a cat. The cat's purr is considered medically therapeutic, as is 174 hertz. This frequency creates an experience of grounding and slowing down and evokes deep healing for body and mind, providing love and peace to organs and tissues, strengthening your bones and your soul. And for some reason, Michelle, for some reason, didn't you? Aren't you the one? Hold on. Aren't you the one that told me that you listen to different frequency music for meditation and for grounding and for healing? I'm pretty sure you do. I'm pretty sure you do. Don't mean to be pointing. I'm pretty sure you do. We go back to it. I'm pretty sure you do. This frequency creates an experience of grounding, slowing down, evokes deep healing for the body and mind, providing love, peace to your organs and your tissues. The Oracle of the Bastet of 174 hertz asks you to slow down, take some time to heal, relax, enjoy life. We deal with issues far more effectively from a place of peace and relaxation than from stress. If you are interested in exploring any of the sacred arts of pleasures, including music and sound, food, touch, massage, healing, play, dance, celebration, and art, color, therapy, crystals, oils. This oracle encourages you to do just that. Such avenues are authentic and helpful for your soul healing. You are encouraged to enjoy life. Your delight can be a source of positive energy for yourself and others. This life is a gift. And Bassett of 174 hertz reminds us that we are moving too fast. We will miss out on much, including being present for and sharing ourselves with those around us and our loved ones. Reflect on what brings you joy and pleasure in such a way that it slows you down and helps you be present. Consider writing at least 5 practices that help you enter such a state. Visualize, intend, imagine, and open yourself up to pleasurable feelings such as ideas that evoke and shift your body, a deepening and slowing of the breath as your mind dwells. You'll be on 174 tonight. Like I just feel like bawling my eyes out right now. Make an agreement with yourself to incorporate more pleasure into your life. I feel like that's what Tyler is saying. You know, he sees you doing this. He sees you doing the work. He sees you connecting to the music and soothing yourself and your soul and your spirit through the loving power of my own heart. This is an affirmation. It's actually a prayer. Through the loving power of my own heart, I choose to gently and thoroughly let go of guilt, shame, judgment, control, which has prevented me from truly enjoying the gift of my life. May I know the delight, pleasure, sensuality, and sacred beauty which will bring peace to my heart and set my soul free to dwell in harmony with spiritual purpose of my life and journey. May all beings be happy and may they be free. And then it says you completed the healing process. So I think that that was absolutely perfect for you. Absolutely perfect. And I think that starting with the light is definitely where we needed to go. So let's bring some fire into it. I want you to rise like the healing phoenix rises from the ashes after she is reborn and rebirthed from pain and from sorrow. And she does this because, that's a part of the human experience that we all come to experience. It is perfect for you, Michelle. Thank you, Esther Fire. Thank you guys for your support, Michelle. We just wrap our arms around you. I just love our community here. I really do. And I'm just so sorry for your pain. Oh, if I could take it away, I would. In a heartbeat. The key to mastery. It's like our community. The key to mastery. That's the phoenix. We're going to rise with the key to mastery. And I want you to know, if I show you, let me see if it's got it in here. The key to mastery. You may not can see it, but it says right here, the master card. The master card in this entire deck is the key of mastery. So I've pulled you the master card of the deck. The master card. Girl, let's see what it's got to say. Because the key is that Chiron in astrology. Let me see what I didn't even look to see what page it's on. 122. I think I've gotten it one time before. I think somebody else has gotten it one time before. But yeah, it's actually the master card of the deck. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. So the key to mastery, you will achieve mastery when you have demonstrated steadfast trust in all that is on your path to this goal. You will have understood that karma, which I don't believe in karma. Reincarnation, okay, I can believe that, are connected and act accordingly. This card signifies that you hold the key to mastery in your hands. 4 priestesses from an age long ago await you. They are your guardians that serve and pass on knowledge of the elements. Once upon a time in the golden age here on earth, there were 4 small pyramids in which the elements were worshipped. These structures were arranged in the shape of an exact square, and their footprints were also exact squares. In the center between the 4 sacred structures, there stood a water basin, also in the shape of a square. This was filled with holy water, the holy water of transformation. It was here that the priestesses and priests would learn which kind of magic lay hidden in each of the elements. You've drawn this card because you are now ready to take a great step toward mastery. You must internalize 2 things: trust in everything that is, and the idea of reincarnation or rebirthing, like a literal rebirth. Like you have all of eternity. If you want to come back here to the earth, you're going to come back, and that would be considered a rebirth or a reincarnation where you come back as a baby again and be like, "Wah, wah," you know? Now you start it all over again. Different parents, different life, and that is if you believe that, you know? Without trust in your soul, which has sent you here and is guiding you, you can't follow the path of mastery with all your heart. Inner doubts will always take over and make life difficult, and you will lose any clarity you may have once had. Your next life, wherever and whenever that may be, is created in this life. Are you aware of the full consequences of this? It's important to know some kind of ineluctable fate will always have the option to work through at any point in time. It's created through your thoughts, through your deeds and your words, and is a reaction to the life you lead. Everything has a consequence, nothing that you have ever thought or that you've ever done or that's ever been said is lost, including your light impulses, and conversely, the things that you do, and even in your lower vibrations, create something to balance out the things that do not emanate from the light of love. And always remember to practice forgiveness because the forgiveness is the key to the mastery, too. If you want forgiveness, you have to learn how to forgive, right? So whatever it is that you may feel like you may need to forgive yourself for. And I think that the for me, intuitively, it's like this is the community. This is the key to mastery, and it is the Chiron, letting those fears, letting that pain transmute you into something much greater, into something more beautiful, than you could have ever thought that you would ever become. I don't know. Jill just sent me a $20 Cash App. She must want a card. And guys, if you want a card, if you want me to pull your chart, just let me know. If you've got it to give it. If you don't. I mean, it's no big deal. Yeah, I would imagine so. I mean, you've done the work. You have definitely done the work, and it's not something that is just ever gonna be, "Okay, I've done the work. I'm better now." You'll never be better because you lost a child. That's never gonna be there is always gonna be that hole. You'll never be able to fill it, but you will definitely be able to be better, than you were yesterday. And if you weren't, if you're not any better, if you fall backward, I mean, you know what to do. You know those things that you can do that you can go back to that's gonna help you love yourself. Because we gotta love ourselves in order to love other people. If we don't take care of ourselves, can't take care of other people. It's a cyclic. It's just, it's something cyclic that we have to we're just never gonna get over it. You'll never get over it. But we're definitely gonna be here for you. And I think that that's, the key is relying on the other people, talking it out, doing the things that you have done. You choose the card. Okay. Okay. Let's choose the card. I just want to get into all the decks. I'm just like, I want to look at the sacred geometry now. The activations oracle. We love you so much, Michelle. Love you so much, babe. And you are so welcome. And thank you for the $20. I know, money it is not hard to come by, so I appreciate your support. No doubt about it. Self-awareness. And that's something I think that, you are so intuitive. You have come so I would say that you've come so far. I think that you have, you know. Shauna wants to read you a card too. The card reminds me of the ancestral women supporting you. Only they would truly comprehend. Yeah. the level of pain through the loss of a child. Yep. Yeah. Do you want to read her the card, Shauna, or do you want me to read it from the email? I can throw down a link. Okay, okay, Jill, here we go, baby. Discernment. Girl, this is so spot on. Discernment. Discernment, Jill. The frequency of discernment supports our ability to view the world and the people around us from a place of inner balance and detachment, yet with compassion and wisdom. Jill, discernment. You got to have some discernment right now. Oh, where- what's going on? Oh, I'm so goofy right now. Oh my God. I just can't make it up. Okay. Discernment can be described as the ability to perceive or judge well. Now that we are moving into a multi-dimensional reality, we're invited to see polarity and duality with new eyes. Living in multidimensionality is about experiencing polarity with discernment, being in balance with it, and moving in harmony with it. Discernment has to do with our inner guide, the higher part of us that is closely connected to source and can look at things from a perspective of wisdom, maturity, experience, integrity, compassion, and purpose. It's about being in a witness mode, being aware without attachment to the outcome or the direction. It's about being a witness, being aware without attachment to an outcome or a direction that is going. In this activation, the color blue is representative of our ability to communicate clearly. It's considered to be the color of truth. The color green is associated with the heart and with healing. Conceptually, circles stand for everything and nothing at all, balance and infinity, purity and freedom. The three circles of discernment are contained by one larger one, indicating the unity and coherence inside the center of consciousness. Three is a catalytic number. It stands for an energy that speeds up or creates a reaction between unrelated things without necessarily changing itself. Spirals are like ongoing circles, but they never close, symbolizing that life never repeats the same cycle twice. This is the way that the universal life flows. Force ensures ongoing growth and evolution. So it's never going to be the same exact, but discernment and just keeping your eyes open and just like being a witness and not attaching yourself to it. That's what it's all about right now. That's what it's all about, sis. Oh, lordy, lordy, lordy. And I will say for Jill that that was definitely spot on. That was such a good card. Such a good card, and it's like spot on. Hey, Jen, good to see you. 11:30 a.m. I'm awake. Laura, thank you for being a member for 5 months. You sweet, sweet sister. Thank you. Glad you are in the house, darling. Glad you are in the house with us. Angel, for you, are you still in here? I know you wanted a card. I know somebody else wanted a card in here. Y'all let me know while I pull up this email from Shauna. Okay, Angel, for you, I've got you. I'm going to do the activation deck for you, if that's okay, unless you would like another card from another deck. or you need your chart pulled, just let me know what it is that you need from me tonight. And okay, so let me show you guys this. And for Michelle, Michelle, here is the devotion card that Shauna pulled for you. It says reverence for the divinity within. Devotion is simply living your life with the fundamental understanding that there is no separation between you and the divine. It's about acknowledging and honoring the connection with the essence of your soul, which was not only created in perfect image of the divine, but is quite simply pure source energy. Devotion is a moving prayer to your own divinity. Devotion to your essence can be as simple as infusing moments of sacredness into your day, building an altar to anchor your essence into your physical space, or nurturing your deeper desires by saying yes to yourself. It may look like dedicating yourself to a daily devotional practice that connects with, honors your soul, the divine within. The devotion card emerges when you're being invited to return your essence and rekindle your relationship with the sacred parts of yourself. Maybe you've been busy, working hard, caught up in the day to day obligations of life. You may be feeling a little run down or disconnected. The energy of devotion is propelled by desire, while discipline is moved by force or obligation. This card is guiding you to learn more into devotion than discipline at this time to nourish and reconnect with yourself. Integration. How can you cultivate devotion in your day to day life? What does devotion look like in this current phase of your life? Mm, good one. Good one. Good one. Thank you. Thank you, Shauna. Thank you, darling. That was very, very sweet of you. Oh, oh my gosh. Well, they're just all falling. Angel, Angel, for you, I'm so sorry that you had to put your dog Stormy down. Oops, I need to update. What's up, Asterifier? Basically, almost the whole deck. Mostly the whole deck went down. How we doing, guys? Yeah, that was a sweetie. Sweet card. Oops, I need to update. What do you need to update? What you need to update, Astera? Inquiring minds want to know, girl. Here we go. Here we go. My membership expired due to life be life. I heard that, man. I heard that. Life just be lifing sometimes. Let me see if I can get you one. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see. Hold on. Oh, hold on. Let's see if I'll get you. I'm gonna give out 5 right now, and of course I can't see who it goes. I mean, I can't pick and choose who it goes to, but who knows? Did I do it? What did I just do? Hold on. My goodness gracious. It didn't do it. Hold on. Hold up. Let's try this one more time. Membership gifts. There we go. Here we go. See if you get one. BB Betty fan. Mr. and Mrs. Froggy, Groovy Cheryl, Sari Girl, Deborah, what for? Well, of course not. Dang it. I tried. Dang it. And I don't think that any of those people are in here, but hey, you know what? Welcome to the Watchers, guys. Welcome, welcome. I tried. I tried. Anyways, okay. Angel for you. Here we go, babe. Oh, Groovy Cheryl is in the house. Hey, girl, you're welcome. Welcome to the Watchers. Welcome to the Watchers, Groovy Cheryl. Yay. I love it. I love it when I give memberships and I do see them in the chat. That's wonderful. I love it. All right, Angel, for you, sweetheart, we are going to give you some compassion. Compassion. You're so welcome. Thank you. Compassion, Angel, for you with your sweetheart fur baby passing away. The frequency of compassion supports our ability to stand by others without judgment and be the divine mediator between heaven and earth, spirit and matter, so that unconditional love can flow from source through our heart into the world. That is compassion. But let us, oh, I just did something. But let us go deeper into what this means by the author and see what more compassion, how deeply we can go with it. The word compassion derives from the Latin word calm, meaning with or together, and patty, meaning to suffer. Mm. So compassion can be described as the act of sharing in or being with another one who is struggling or who is suffering. Oftentimes, it includes a desire to alleviate this discomfort through benevolent action, sensitive understanding, and warm support. Compassion holds the highest energy of all human emotions. And I'm so sorry for your loss. It is at the center of the multidimensional communication between the human being and his or her higher self. This communication is exclusive to humans who have had the unique capability to feel emotion that's rooted in their connection to source. Human emotion can also shift reality. We can choose to move into an emotion with that shift, the reality we are experiencing. When we reach an inner state of balance based on wisdom and maturity, we feel empathy without attachment to our own projection or our own expectation. Compassion easily flows from our heart to others, to our planet, to ourselves. The frequency of compassion reminds us that each one of us walks a unique and individual path in life, and that we create this reality based on the emotions and experiences we choose for ourselves. The greens represent a heart that is open so that love and compassion can flow freely without restraint. The turquoise symbolizes the high heart, the place where the energies from the heart and those from the throat merge into loving expression of truth. The water in the background indicates the emotional plane. The six shining flowers epitomize the light that is generated, the compassion that flows from an open heart. The number six is associated with love and relationships. The flower in the middle represents the core of our being and our connection to source. The colorful flower at the top is our shining expression on earth when that connection is solid, deeply rooted within ourselves. Try this. Take a deep breath. Close your eyes for a moment. Move your awareness to your heart. Think about all the people that you love and all the gifts that they bring into your life, and move that awareness to the people who challenge you. Can you see the gifts that they also bring to you? And in doing so, when you see that, you can find the compassion even for the people that you think could be doing you harm, because they are definitely teaching you a little something. The other thing too is that, having compassion for yourself, for what you've been through, what you're going through, and your pain is valid, it's real, you're suffering, You've lost a best friend. You've lost a part of your family, so have compassion with yourself. Be easy on yourself and be easy on other people too. And we're here for you, Angel, for you. Thank you for being here, babe. And Astera Fire, she made it. Girl, you did it. All right. All right. Welcome. Welcome, Astera Fire. Welcome back. She said, life be lifing. Life be taking place and lifing. So what's going on, guys? What's going on? Let's look at something real quick. Oh shoot, hold on. What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? Let me get this off. I want to look at the transits real quick. Rising in Pisces. I also wanted to say tonight that there's definitely a breakup with China going on with the United States. I meant to say that earlier and completely forgot. So if anybody else would like a card, let me know. If you would like for me to pull up your chart, let me know. There is definitely a connection that's going on with an investigation. There's things that are going on with Sebastian's family, with Terry Bowersox, with his stepsister. I mean, there's things going down. Lots of stuff. I wish I knew how little Faith was doing. I really do. I really, really do. It's just it and it's not that I'm just so nosy that I want to know. It's just that I'm feeling like I'm just concerned about her. I'm just concerned about her. It's my mama heart. Hey, Jules. Yeah, you're back. You're back. I'm gonna open up the panel if anybody wants to, come up here and read some cards, talk some astrology, whatever. We're just divining tonight. Just divining, and I'm not trying to take up your whole night. I mean, I didn't start until 8, it's kinda late for me, so I'm not gonna go on, like, all night, but if you guys wanna come up here, you want me to read your chart on live, you want to read cards, you can use the platform to do so, you can come up here. Hell, read me a card. Whatevs. I saw you on Seth's channel the other day. You're quiet, seems like Betty runs the show. Well, to be fair with Miss Betts, she, I don't think I I don't really know what to say to that. She just, Betty feels like, she needs to perform. When she is in front of the camera, she is performing. And I don't fault her for any of that. I think that Seth pretty much at the last minute, he was going to do it by himself. But then it's like at the last minute, he's like, oh, no, y'all come on up here. I want y'all to read it to me. I want y'all to come up here with me. And so, at the last, I had just gotten home. I had been gone for a week taking care of my babies, my new grandbaby. He was in the NICU. So I just gotten back home last night. That's why I look like hammered shit last night and today. And it's because I'm not putting any makeup on. I mean, I've bathed and all that, don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm taking care of myself, but I just haven't, tried to look, uh, you know, makeup and all, makeup and hair fixed. But I was worn out, and I just If other people were talking, I was just giving them time. Just wanted to give them time to ask questions too, because, you got 3 women up there. Ah, thanks, girl. I mean, you love her, hate her, I mean, you just love her, hate Betty. And, we just Betty is, she does her thing, man. We all have our own little niche, I think. We all have our own little niche, and I think that Seth sees the best in us with our little niche, and we all get along. For the most part, we all get along. Anybody that knows me knows that I'm a headstrong person. I'm not, I'm not one that's gonna be ran over by no means, but I did want to give her time, Smiley time, and then I just jumped down. I was like, "Yeah, I'm done." I was gonna say bye to everybody, but they were talking, and I was like, "I just can't seem to keep my eyes open. Goodbye." Oh, thank you, Rosebud. Rosebud, you have some good questions, and we appreciate you, honey. We appreciate you too. Was I spot on about your shakeup? Oh, yeah. We still haven't even heard. I haven't even Is it a yes or a no? Just tell me yes or no with the shakeup. Was it yes or no? Jules, hurry up. I'm impatient. I wanna know yes or no with the shakeup that we were talking about. Yes? Do you wanna come up here and tell us? Yes or no? Check yes or no. Reflecting on that discernment card. Where is Jules? I mean, where is Jill? Where you at, girl? Jill got busted with that one, the discernment card. Do you want a card, Astira? Jill says here. Jules, I don't want you to come up here and read. I want you to come up here and tell us the yes. If you don't want to announce it, that's fine. No, I want you to. I want you to take the link and I want you to tell us, and then you can drop down because you're so exhausted. Don't even put on your face. Look, look, we can just be like this, but come up here and do your little shake up and tell us about it. I told Jules, guys, that I saw a shake up coming for her. Okay. I'm excited. I'm excited. Where is Lady Freedom? She needs to come in here and listen. Hold on. Hold on. Lady Freedom needs to come in here and listen to this when you come up here. Copy link. Where you at, Sean? I mean, Trisha. Okay, maybe she'll break for a second and come up here or come in chat anyway. Lady Freedom, that is. So we can get us together and listen to this announcement of her being shaken up. She just said, "Oh, okay." Can I pull a card for poor Nolan Wells? Yes. Oh, Lady Freedom's been in and out. Okay. I want to pull an angel card for Nolan. Give me a few to get my earbuds. Okay. Get them earbuds like Shauna. Y'all in them earbuds. They be doing stuff to y'all. I mean, we all have to pick our poison, but I'm just saying. Earbuds give me the heebie-jeebies. Let's pull a card for Nolan Wells. Let's pull an angel card, an oracle. And you know what? We could even look at, I might even look at something else. This is something else that we could do, guys. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. Earbuds are not good. Okay. This one flew out for Nolan and it says higher thought. And as you can see, the steps are going up to the light. Lady Freedom. So Jules has got an announcement. She's about to come up on panel and tell us the announcement because she said that the shakeup that I was telling her that was coming, it came. She's going to get a little shaky shake, little shakeup. So Nolan Wells, it says sometimes in moments of darkness and despair, all it takes to feel better is to lift our thoughts. Simple actions, seeking the company of an old friend, taking a walk in nature can help move us out of a negative experience, giving us a new vantage point from which to view your current situation. And I feel like that it's the working in the light for him, lifting thoughts up to God and to the beauty and simplicity everywhere. I accept, I let go, I welcome the opportunity to discover the positive side of every situation. And that's the higher thought, the higher thought. So, yeah, so I told Lady Freedom to get in chat so she can hear you when you come up on panel and tell us about your shakeup. Tell us about the shakeup. I also wanted to show you guys this too, that with my software, you can just go to the Sabian Oracle and it pulls up an oracle. This one is a 29-degree Virgo, having an urgent task to complete. A person doesn't look to any distractions. This symbol implies the need for single-mindedness in application. Distractions can lead one astray and waste valuable time with the end result of not completing what one sets out to do. Indeed, you can find yourself not even starting what you need to be starting. Although the symbol around, you can be the type of person who won't let anything get in the way of completing objectives. The trick is to not get lost in the details. Keeping a list of goals can help. Focus on what needs to be done, pushing through with the work, avoiding temptations regardless of what's going on around you will bring the rewards of completion. Stay true to yourself and on the path. One pointed application. The need for focus, seeing through to the finish, maintaining direction, doing what needs to be done. Housework. The caution. Attention to outside influences, the slightest excuses, avoidance, rigidity, thought, missed creative opportunities, indulgences, addictions, and workaholics. So even with the software, we can still do like a different we can do a different oracle. So each time I do that and I click on the Sabian Oracle, it will give me a different one. See, right now it's a 21 Aries. The gate opens to the garden of all fulfilled desires. So it's pretty cool that we can also get oracles from the not just a deck, but from astrology too. Hey, Candy Crime, what's happening? Hello. Thank you for coming in, sweetheart. Thank you for coming in. Where you at, Jules? What's happening,
Hey,
girl? Oh,
hi.
hold on. Let me get us. Here we are. Here we go.
Oh my
Hey, baby.
Gator's pawing at my keyboard right now. Gator, I don't know if you can hear him, but he's going nuts right now. Oh, there he goes, jumping off the bed.
He's won an oracle.
He's like, yes, tell me. No, I have like for some reason if I don't put my like headphones in with the little like speaker piece thing with the old iPhone with the that you could talk through on the old iPhones. My audio doesn't work for some reason with StreamYard. Like my mic never comes on. I don't know what it is. I gotta figure that out in the settings. But yeah, I'm here. I had to find my headphones.
Okay, girl. I'm waiting. Impatiently waiting
Uh,
for you to tell me. For you
yeah,
to
this
tell
is
us what was the shakeup that was coming.
well, because I remember I was asking you about about a Scorpio or an Aquarius counterpart because I was just curious, and then you told me that there was going to be a shakeup with and you said there's gonna be a shakeup in my life, and I just got confirmation because I just got a blood test back yesterday. I'm pregnant, so I'm gonna be a first time mom, and I'm really really excited about it. It's gonna be I'm very excited because I've tried in the past to have kids and I wasn't able to or something went wrong, but I thought it was over for me, but I'm excited to say that I'm gonna be a mom. So I'm really, really excited about it. So yeah.
Oh,
Um,
Jules, congratulations.
Thank you. I'm so excited.
Congratulations.
I'm really excited. So when Jen said that, I remember thinking, I'm like, when you told me there was gonna be a shakeup, I was just like, this is shortly after I reunited with my Scorpio. I was like, wait a second. I'm like, I wonder, and like, I don't know. You've been a mom, so you know, you just kind of have the internal feeling. I've just had this internal feeling. And my concerns are because I am 34 years old. Um, I'm 34 years old now. It's just like when I went to the doctor, they said technically you're considered a thank you, Laura and Lady Freedom and Astrid. Thank you, everybody. Um, I'm considered a geriatric pregnancy because that means after you're 35, if you give birth after 35, you're considered geriatric pregnancy. And I turned 35 in September, so I'm really really excited. I'm nervous too because I started looking into doctors for like prenatal care and stuff like that. So I'm very 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 excited. And I remember I texted you and Lady Freedom when I texted you and Lady Freedom pictures of my home test results, and I remember then Lady Freedom was like, "Wait, is that what I think it is?" I think that's what she said. I think she's like, "Is that a positive or is that like two lines?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I think it is. I'm gonna blood test on, and I just found back that it's gonna happen. So we're gonna be a big blue line, thin blue line family. So I'm really, really, really excited about it. I'm not gonna cry. I promised myself I wasn't gonna cry or tear up, but I'm just my parents are excited because they're gonna be grandparents now. I just have to keep the stress low, keep up a healthy diet. GHS is gonna eventually put me on light duty. That's gonna be a bit of adjustment. Because I think they have to at 4 months pregnant. They have to put me on like a desk job basically, which is okay. I have a great job. Um, met a lot of great people. So and
You're gonna
I have
do
great.
well, honey. Everything's I never did, because I was having a grandbaby, so and he ended up going into the NICU for a few days, but I still wanna pull it up,
Mhm.
so when we have time, maybe, one night when I'm doing an astrology live, you can come up and we can look at it together when you found out, when you had gotten that positive,
Yeah.
and we'll look at it and see what it looks like, to find out that you're pregnant.
Yeah, I'm really curious. I don't know how soon nowadays you can predict male or female. I don't think I want to know. I don't know. I've talked to my mom about this. I would do like a gender reveal party, but I don't want to know. I
Yeah,
want to be surprised.
you got some months. You got some months to think about it and ponder it. You're just
Hmm.
in the early stages of pregnancy, so you're gonna do fine. Everything's gonna work out. Don't overthink it and just let life just flow and drink plenty of water.
Yeah,
Have a healthy
I'm
diet and you're gonna do great. I'm so excited for you. Motherhood is a beautiful thing.
no, I'm really excited. I know my parents are very excited too. And the baby's father is very supportive. He also in law enforcement, so it's gonna be You know,
Oh,
he's
that's wonderful.
that's why I said we're gonna be a thin blue line family. And you know, the dogs, all my dogs are good with kids too. So I know I'm thinking down the line a bit, but I'm the kind of person where, you know, being a Virgo, I gotta be prepared for everything and anything. Um,
You
so
will.
yeah,
Girl,
thank
you
you.
can't be prepared for, having yeah, it's one of the yeah. I mean, you can try, but, it's it's hard. It's hard to, to prepare for that, for a precious baby to come into the world, and it's gonna change your whole life. But
Mhm.
it's a good one. It's a good thing, it's a very good thing. And Kimberly became a member. Thank you, Kimberly, for becoming a member, you sweetheart. Welcome to the Watchers.
Very.
Yeah, girl, you're gonna do great. You're
That
gonna
was
do
such a
great.
cool little. That was a cool little video clip. That was awesome.
Laura says, I gave natural birth to 3 girls. The birth was the surprise. No gender reveal back in those days. Ooh,
Yeah,
I
I
bet natural
already.
birth was something else too. My God.
Thank you, everybody, for your congratulations. I already started like looking for doctors and whatnot to just like, cause I didn't realize how far in advance like these OBGYNs and stuff book out. So, you know, the second I got the positive, because I did, you know, the at home test and then I did the doctor urine test. And then I was like, I want the army wants a blood test to be sure. So I did that. I did the blood test too, and that's when that came back. And I was just like, okay, if home test, urine test, and blood test all positive, yeah, obviously we're going, what's happening. So I'm very very excited. I'm excited for my parents too because they're excited. So I know no matter whether it's a boy or a girl, my parents are gonna be thrilled, and I'm gonna be thrilled too because, like I said, I've tried in the past to have kids, and it just didn't happen, or you know, things went wrong. But I feel really, really good about this one. And they say, you know, when you're, I don't mean to ramble, but they say when you're a mom, you just know and feel things. I didn't understand the whole intuitive thing, like, you know, being a girl, you have close calls growing up and whatnot. But this time, like, I really felt like, no, I really think this time it's happening. And then I wound up being right. It's just an intuition that I had. So,
Right.
yeah, I'm really, really excited. It's just I didn't expect one thing. I think I may have told you and Trish about this. Maybe I did. When I was at work the other day, someone had like a chicken salad sandwich, and it smelled like someone had like burnt the toast. It was like a burnt toast chicken salad sandwich. And I was the only one who could smell it, and I was like, "What is that?" And then like my one partner, not canine, obviously because Gator can't talk. My human law enforcement partner was just like, what are you talking about? I'm like, you don't, it smells like someone burnt like a chicken salad sandwich. And then like one of the guys apparently had like a grilled cheese or something like that, or whatever. I'm like, so okay. But like it was overpowering, the smell. And then like a little nauseous in the mornings. But I mean, that's all normal. Um, and my primary care doctor who I went to and everything, they were just like, she's like, that's gonna be normal. And then she's like, we gotta get you set up with an OBGYN. She gave me a list of them to start calling. But yeah, Lady Freedom, they want to be 100% because you know they want to be because I'm still in the army. I'm a reservist now, just a reservist. Because I work for DHS full time. But to put me on like a army medical profile, they need multiple results to give me an army medical profile. So they don't really know. I don't take a PT test or anything like that. So that's going to be weird is when I can't work, when I get to a certain point where I can't work out as much anymore. That's going to be weird for me because like I'm used to working out all the time. So couponing, congratulations.
Oh, wow. Congratulations. Congratulations, y'all. Well, I mean, you can also, Jules, you can also ask around like your friends who have had kids,
Mhm,
who their OBGYN is, or was. And you can ask around. I know for me, my ex-husband, he had 5 kids, 2 with me,
mhm.
and then my pretty much my entire family, we all had the same doctor deliver our kids.
Oh,
I
wow.
mean,
That's
yeah,
cool.
it's just the same one. It's like, you mentioned the doctor and everybody's like, "Oh, yeah, I know I mean, he retired. Well, he is retiring, but you can ask around too and get a referral like that as well."
Yeah, and Groovy Cheryl says the whole time she wanted caramel covered marshmallows. I've really been wanting like buttered toast for whatever reason, and then also deviled eggs, like insanely. And I heard everyone's different with what they crave, but I just the past few days I've really wanted deviled eggs, not even just like scrambled or hard boiled, like deviled eggs and buttered toast. And my mom's like, "Well, there's been weirder things, I guess." So
Oh, yeah,
I guess
there's definitely been weirder things like ketchup and eggs or which, that may not be weird to some people, but yeah. But I'm excited for you. I'm really excited, and like I said, when we have time, we'll look at the time, we'll bring up your chart, and we'll look at, when you found out you were pregnant. I think that would be really cool.
yeah, that would be cool. And Astria said, "Did you happen to get saved between June 21st and June 30th?" Actually, pretty close. I believe it was June 19th is when it happened.
Yeah, I
So
can
pretty.
look back we can look back at the text because you
Mhm.
told me the time and everything when you looked at it.
Yeah, June 19th is the date that we yeah. But then I remember I sent you a picture of the pregnancy test results. Um your baby wants healthy food, deviled eggs. Yeah, well, makes sense because the father and I are both law enforcement health freaks, so that makes sense.
You want a car, but you're scared? Why are you scared, Kimberly? Why you scared, honey? Wanna hear something funny but totally true? When my mom was pregnant with my baby brother, her OB doc's name was Doctor Beaver.
Oh my god. That's funny. Yeah, I don't like
The
someone
baby
mentioned
was
I'd be
smelling
more.
the burnt toast.
I know. Someone mentioned earlier that I'd be more emotional. Oh yeah, already. Like I cry when dogs die in movies and whatnot. But even watching Facebook reels of anything to do with like if the dog's giving a sad eyeball look or whatever, I'm just like cry. I sit there and start crying, and I'm like, what is wrong with me? And my mom was like, "Yep, that's normal. It's gonna happen. You're gonna be more emotional to stuff." So yeah, she's like, I'd rather have you be more like emotional and stuff. She's like, just don't get angry. The Virgo anger freaks my mom out. I'm like, I'm gonna be quietly angry if I'm a Virgo. That's what we do. We're quietly angry. So yeah. As long as I don't start throwing things, we'll be okay.
Right?
But yeah, I was gonna
Yeah,
ask
I
you how your
was wondering
grandson
if
was doing.
it was the card that she was scared of. Yeah, honey, I know you're tired, but thank you for coming up here and
Hmm.
telling us that wonderful news. You didn't have to, but you did, and I'm glad that you shared it with us.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna everybody was gonna find out eventually, so I'm glad that here's the place that you and Trish, I always feel safest with, and always have the best chats and whatnot. So I'm always honored to be here, and thank you for letting me. I'm excited. I'm also a little nervous. I just it's like you said, it's a life changer, but I'm very blessed to be given another chance. So I know some women don't get the opportunity, so I'm very, very excited. I'm gonna do everything right. I'm gonna like prenatal care, a good OBGYN. My workplace DHS is gonna be extremely supportive of me through it. Like I said, they're gonna put me on light duty at a certain point in time because they don't want me out in the field. You know, so they're gonna that's gonna be a little frustrating for me. Desk job, but it's for the best. And when it's time for me to go back out in the field, I'll be back out in the field again, so it's okay, it
That's right.
happens.
You got this,
Um,
girl. Yeah, we're here with you. You got us.
I'm
You got us,
I'm really
honey.
excited. I'm really excited. I love you guys. You guys are awesome. And like I said, I feel thank you for letting me come up and talk about it here. It's just and someone said your emotions are gonna be messed for about a year. Yeah, that I'm very nervous. The universe does know I'm ready now. So
Yeah.
um I'm excited, but I was thinking about you and your grandbaby actually, Jen, and I wanted to ask you how how everything was going, because I was thinking about you today actually. So it's just like I haven't fun with your post, but that's another thing. When I got my confirmation, I instantly thought of you and your grandbaby, and I was just like, I hope Jen's okay. Cause like I thought you guys did awesome on panel with Seth last night. You Lady Freedom, Smiley, Betty. I thought you all did awesome, and I was appreciative of Seth, answering questions, which
Yeah,
he's
we
not
were too.
obligated to. He's not
Thank
obligated to, but he did.
Right. Yeah, it was unexpected that we thought he was just gonna do it on his own, but, I think he was just needed some support, and I think that
Mhm.
we all work pretty good together, so it worked out, Betty was tired, I was tired. We can't imagine how tired Seth is, so, I'm glad he was able to answer some questions for sure, and some of the questions, were had never been answered before, so it was really good. It was really good. But we love you,
Yeah,
girl, and you just keep letting us know what's going on, keep us posted, and like I said, when we get time, we'll look at it together on live, and we'll look at
mhm.
when you found out you were pregnant.
Yeah, I'm excited. And yeah, I definitely would love to do that, especially because now that life's a little less hectic with stuff with work and everything else I have going on. But yeah, I definitely would love to do that. And we'll still do our live when we do cards and stuff like that too, when I'm a bit more presentable than I am right now. Um
Well, I'm not presentable, I mean, come on.
you're always pretty. Like you have a
No, I'm
natural
not.
prettiness. And yes, you do. Even Shauna said it too. You are just naturally a gorgeous lady. So
Thank you, guys, thank you, I love y'all,
we love
and I
you too.
love you, you keep us posted.
I promise I will, but I'll be in chat for a bit, and then I'm gonna go to bed because Gator's insisting on. I think the dogs know too. Like I don't know,
Oh, I'm sure they
maybe
do.
like Gator especially
Yeah,
killed
get
an
all the
African,
naps
and
in you
now
can now,
that's
honey.
literally what my that's literally what one of the other there's only two females in my division for law enforcement that are field officers, and the other female she just had a baby I think about a year and a half ago, and she said the exact same thing. She's like, girl, she's like, get your naps in now because you will appreciate them after a few. She's like, you'll appreciate them like later on. So yeah, so you're right, I'll try to get the naps in. Yeah, I am excited. The more I talk about it, the more excited I get. I was a little, like I said, I was a little scared and nervous at first, but the baby's father very very supportive. He already has kids too, from his last marriage, but like he's excited to be a dad again. So there's that. So that I'm very big thin blue line family. So I'm excited. I really am. I know once I'm smiling now, but like I said, I think the dogs know. Like, I think Gator can definitely tell for sure. He's always been protective of me, but of late he's been very much like he'll like come up and cuddle up and like curl up, and like I don't know how to I don't know how to explain it, but I feel like the dogs know. I
Yeah, they
feel like they just
know.
know. So um yeah, I would love to one maybe sometime next week we could do like I still want to like pay you for a full chart reading and stuff like that too, just because I'm curious about some things. It'd be a lot of fun to do.
Alright, girl.
All
Sounds
right.
like a winner.
Well, thank you. And when it comes time for picking out names, I'll be open to some suggestions because I'm horrible with names. Like, I don't know. I'm bad with names, but I'm open to some suggestions for sure when that time comes.
Okay, honey, we got you.
All right. Well, have a good night. I'll hang out and chat for a bit, and then I'm probably gonna go to bed. But I'll talk to you guys later. I love you all, and
Okay, love you too,
Trish.
get some rest.
All right. Bye bye.
Bye, babe. Aw, she came up here to tell us the good news. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Ah, motherhood. Motherhood. It's nothing like it. Like, I absolutely love being a mom. I love being a mom. I love being a grandmom. I've always loved to be a mom. My kids, they would call me probably a helicopter mom But I'll call them helicopter kids too, because they are. I will receive calls and texts from them every day, all the time. So, and Kimberly, don't be scared. Have you not gotten a card from me before, Kimberly? Yeah, he would probably be more protective of you more now. Yeah, I think so. The dogs are just, I mean, and especially hers, especially yours, Jules. They're gonna for sure be protective. Another baby watcher coming to the dragon tribe, right? I love it. I love it. Lady Freedom. Kimberly, are you still in here? Because I pulled you too. I pulled you too. Perception. You were talking about being scared. It's all in the perception. And the remembrance. The remembrance of divination. So, perception, Kimberly, if you're still here, I hope so. If not, you'll have to come back and watch it on replay. The frequency of perception supports our natural curiosity, moving us beyond our comfort zone to find the edges of what we perceive as real and to take a good, hard, deep look at it. Love it. I love it, love it, love it. Remembrance. The frequency of remembrance supports our memory of everything that we have gone through as a soul and a body, providing us with valuable information and tools to flow gracefully with and in this life. So, Kimberly, if you're still in the house, let me know because these two are yours and I want to read the perception and the remembrance from the book. So let me know if you're still in here. I know how we be, getting in and out of chat sometimes. Coming in, coming out, going in, going out. I wonder where Orb is. I wonder where she is tonight. I'll have to check up on her because she is usually coming in chat, but she, I don't know, because I'd like for her to come up on live the next time and read some with us. She gets all sensitive, and I love that about her. The other thing that I wanted to remind you guys, especially the members, is that tomorrow at 4:00, we're going to be going over the series, the Know Thyself series, and tomorrow is the 5th house. I started in the 12th house, the 1st house, the 2nd house, the 3rd house, the 4th house, and now tomorrow we're going to be working on the 5th house. And the 5th house is about kids. It's about creativity. It's about education, competition, joy, compassion. So I think that this will be it'll be a good live tomorrow, and it is a members only. It is a members only. 10 grandbabies. Parents are scattered over Australia. Only one still lives in my town. I see him frequently. He's 3 years on August 31st. Aw, born on a blue moon. Okay, Kimberly. Okay, you're back in here. Girl, I done pulled you too. I done pulled 2 cards, sis. So, I pulled perception and remembrance. Okay, these two. So, perception and remembrance, Kimberly. I pulled you 2 cards. They came out when I was shuffling, and so that's always the cue to go ahead and look at them. So, perception. The frequency of perception supports our natural curiosity, moving us beyond our comfort zone to find the edges of what we receive as real and to take a good, hard, deep look at it. Perception can be described as the interpretation of that which has entered into our awareness. Upon first glance, the perception activation presents what seems to be chaos in motion. But when we take a better look, we find perfect alignment and synchronicity between the different aspects. We find balance and harmony. The sharp blades of clear perception cut through the layers of illusion that cover the space between the world of spirit and the world of matter. Together, the blades are neither round nor square, indicating that they are effective in both worlds. The energy of perception reminds us that the concept itself is biased. Our consciousness determines our perception, and there is no absolute truth in what we perceive. There are always more layers to uncover, more insights to be revealed. And that's what I love the most about perception is because there is always other awareness that we can perceive, especially if we're open. Like tonight, it's your first card and you got two, and you were just open to a different awareness, a different type of perception, especially when it comes to divining and, getting intuitive with our spiritual essence, with our spiritual side, not our religious side, our spiritual side. And I think that that is what, when we do that, it allows us to remember that we are so much more than just the body. We are so much more, and we have been so much more throughout all of eternity. And when we remember our true selves, it just clicks, don't it? It just clicks, and we are authentic, especially when we are working from an authentic place. The frequency of remembrance supports our memory of everything that we have gone through as a soul and body, providing us with valuable information and tools to flow gracefully with and in this life. It is becoming more common for us to have access to memories of lives lived, experiences gone through, roads traveled, and journeys taken. Our memories are rapidly expanding beyond our current lifetime alone. Now that we are vibrating at a higher frequency, we are able to access deeper parts of the grid, like the Akasha, that hold our collective and personal memories of all lifetimes lived. The Akasha of the human being holds everything that the human being has experienced on this earth plane. However, this remembrance is not a linear function of the brain. Instead, it's an elusive and multidimensional aspect of the new human being, a human being that harmonizes the synaptical brain with the wisdom and intuitive thought of the heart and soul. There is an unmistakable sense of ancient cultures and times in the remembrance image, perhaps Native American or Mayan. We can see the reference to future civilizations, off planet connections. It's an indication that time is no longer a linear absolute, but a vertical moment to moment experience that includes input from many different time periods. The blues that are in this activation refer to the clear communication that comes to us through dreams, our intuitive thoughts, and our memories. That go in violet indicate the higher source behind the communication that comes when our third eye chakra and crown chakra are open and flowing. And so this remembrance card is just reminding you to just remember who you are and that you are a divine being. You are a divine being, and you chose this life. You chose everything about it, the good, the bad, the indifferent, the joyous times, the suffering times, all of that. There's that violet again. No, that's exactly what I was thinking. I was like, well, there it is. There it is. My sweet little violet. That sweet little violet. Mhm. Oh, thank you, D Green. Have a good night, honey. Have a good night. My PTSD. What's up? Hello. Good to see you guys. Good to see you guys. I just love it. I do too. I just love it all. I'm a little behind in the stream, but Jules just made her announcement. Congratulations. You'll be an amazing mother. Yes, I'll monitor. I know it. I'm so excited for her. It's been a great day. It's been a great day. It's been a good day. It's been a relaxing day. Back at home, enjoying the peace and quiet while it lasts. Yeah, that's what we named the plant. Yes, K9 is having a baby. Jules is having a baby. Jules is having a baby. She's going to be mama. Mommy, mama. I'm excited for her. I am. I am. So, I guess that is it for the night, guys. Unless anybody else wants a card. Unless anybody else wants a card. Yep, she announced it on the stream. That's okay. Yeah, because we were talking the other day. Me, her, and Lady Freedom have this little group chat. And she said, hey, Jen, remember when you said I was going to get a shakeup? And, or she put the thing and she said, remember you're going to get a shakeup. And we were like, hold on, is that 2 lines? Is that 2 lines? And she's like, yeah, I'm going to the doctor Friday to get a blood test. I said, well, let us know. The card kind of looked like an embryo is remembering who you are before you came through the portal of life. Trippy. Yeah. Let's look at it again. Oh, wow. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. I'll take one. Okay, Rosebud, I gotcha. What's a card? My PTSD. What's a card? Well, the deck that I'm reading from, it's an oracle. It's just oracles. You're gonna crash? You're not going to are you going live tonight or are you gonna that's the oracle deck that I'm reading from. Are you gonna you're gonna go sleep? I thought you were going live tonight. Thank you though. Girl, I thought you was going live. Are you did last night just kick your butt? Oh yeah, Astiera, yeah, you can go get a card. I'm gonna read from this deck. Yeah, girl. Yes. Yes. Of course. Aw, groovy. We need to read you sometimes. We need to read you sometime. Like the astrology, that would be fun. You can groove in that. I was going to, but I'm exhausted. Okay. Well, I'll be I'll be asleep early. It's 10 o'clock. It's after these cards, I'm going night night. And I don't blame you. I don't blame you a bit. So this card right here is for Rosebud. For you, Rosebud. It's the cosmic flower. The cosmic flower. Yeah, last night, Lady Freedom did 2 back-to-backs. She did the live with Seth and then, went live herself. Yeah, I don't blame you, honey. Get some rest. Get some rest. The cosmic flower, Rosebud. The frequency of cosmic flower activates our remembrance of the place we call home, the core from which we pour our magnificence out into the world. Like the flower that draws the hummingbird to drink its nectar, the energy of the cosmic flower invites us to keep returning to our cosmic core to drink from the nectar of our origin. Like the tiny bird, yet greatly skillful, we need to recognize that in order to be our highest expression here on earth, we need to check in with our home base, our source, our heart. It is the place where we connect to our spiritual core. The cosmic flower activation is overflowing with all aspects of the fullest expression of who we really are. An abundance of vibrant color, form, fragrance, sound, energy that stimulates our senses to a maximum, making us feel alive in every cell of our body. It's an invitation to enjoy the sweetness of life, to lift up negativity and express love and abundance as we dare. Flowers have been given as an expression of love, affection, sympathy, intention for thousands of years. Their beauty reminds us of how wonderful life can be when expressed fully. The green center of the flower represents the heart as the center of our being and the core of our experience here on earth. The bright oranges and reds represent our passion, creativity, our strength. The number 6 is associated with love and relationship, harmony, balance, all of the elements that make the human experience so worthwhile. The dark background refers to the deep, dark universe where we connect to our place of origin, the place we call home. Hmm. Again, it's a remembrance, right? Let's see. It says to try this. It says, close your eyes and connect to that part of you that is closer to source, the part of you that is divine. Breathe in your own magnificence. When was the last time you're disconnected from the outer world for just a little while? Do you have a regular practice of a silent contemplation in your daily life? Do you take time to just be with you? If not, take some time to just be with you. And remember, oh, what happened? I did something. There we go. You was missing something, all right. My PTSD. I hope you connected to that one, honey. I did. That was a beautiful card. Now you think the plant's name should be Cosmic? Cosmos? Astera Fire. Astera. I got a card for you. Got a card for you. Yeah, I liked it. I liked it too. I was feeling really connected to that card for you. Okay, honey. Get you some rest. My Sunday is already at 1 PM. Okay, honey. You're joking? I smack. Okay, Astera Fire. Sacral chakra. It says the frequency of the sacral chakra, the orange flower of life supports our ability to flow with our desires and stimulates our creative power to manifest success and abundance in our lives. The flower of life is a geometric shape recognized by many cultures over the planet. It consists of 13 equal squares that intersect at the middle of each circle. I love geometry. Mapping the missing, and looking at the astrology is geometry. And I'm just reading the geometric angles of how they are expressing themselves, you know? And so when I'm reading something like this, I'm really intuiting that energy of just geometry and the sacred geometry at that. It's just beautiful. Creating a perfectly proportioned flower. As a symbol, the flower of life represents the universe as a whole, as well as harmony in which all the separate components of the universe work together. This beautiful pattern is often used to indicate our understanding of our connection as humans and as spiritual beings to the whole. The color orange is associated with the second or sacral chakra. Located just below the navel, it is linked to our creativity, sexuality, emotional world. Orange encourages movement and connection with others. It's got a freeing effect on the body and mind, stimulating creative thinking, abundance, success, and appetite. Its sense is taste. And it says to try this. It says, close your eyes and take a deep breath. Let go of your breath with an audible sigh, like that. Now bring your attention to your emotions. How do you feel? Are you expressing yourself the way you desire in your daily life? Are you inspired? What do you express with your creativity? What about your sexuality? Perhaps it's time for a new project, or maybe even a new love affair, or even a new love affair with yourself. Oh, thank you, Coop and Egg. Thank you. Good night, honey. Get you some rest. Get you some rest, honey. So I hope you like that. Astera. I hope you connected with that. Man, the coyotes are going crazy out there. Thank you for the 30 joules, my PTSD. Thank you. Thank you so much. Man, the coyotes are going crazy outside. Yeah, self-care is important. And I'm trying to, it seems like somebody else wanted a card. Was it you, my PTSD? Did you want a card too? I know somebody else said. I think it was. Perfection, having an obsession. Oh, you've got an obsession with the flower of life. So that was perfect. Yes, there's been a lot on my mind lately about that topic. I do paint sacred geometry. Wow. I'd love to see that. I would love to see that. Ah, thank you. Thank you. Okay, cool. Okay, I gotcha. Yes. I sense that about you. I mean, you are analytical and intuitive and a good being. Spending more time with you, spending more time being creative, self-love, doing things that bring you joy, which I'm sure, you do that, but sometimes we just need a little bit more of it, just a little bit more of it. Coyotes are nuts. We have a house in New York. Coyotes are crazy there, here in Pennsylvania too. I'm in Tennessee, in the hills of Tennessee, and they are just, I can hear them outside in the pasture. And we do have horses up there too. Hopefully they got them up. In many ways, it's been stirring around lately. Yeah, I would love to see that painting the way that you paint. That would be cool. That would be cool. It is. It is. It's like, there is a trade. But look, when I go to Nashville and then I come home, when I go to Nashville, it's completely different. I mean, it's so hustle and bustle. And then when I get home, everything just slows down and it just feels better. It just feels better, you know? I feel so inspired. Oh, well, yours just popped out, my PTSD. Yours just popped out, honey. Do you have a lot of black bears in your part of Tennessee, or is that just a touristy? I don't have black bears here that I know of. I have no idea. Yeah. Okay. So we've got interesting. Interesting. Okay. So y'all are gonna like this card that my PTSD got, I think. I mean, all of them are good. Don't get me wrong. I think that this is a hella deck. It is a really good deck. What will happen to you in August? Well, you'll have to put in your birth time, your birthday, your city and state that you were born, and jump up on panel, and I'll tell you all about it. So, my PTSD. This is 32 Merkaba. 32 Merkaba. The frequency of Merkaba supports our ability to use our consciousness to traverse into other layers of reality and dimensions. It activates our access to our Akashic inheritance as well, merging the totality of our experiences into our present to serve our highest purpose. The word Merkaba can be loosely translated as chariot. It refers to the human light body, the energy field all around humans that is generated by the quantum parts of our DNA. Therefore, this field is quantum. It is in this field that we communicate with our consciousness and where our Akashic records are stored. The human Akasha can be described as a total history of everything that a human being has experienced on planet Earth, held as an energy in the etheric field around the human being. This energy field has the geometric shape of a star, which consists of two equalized size interlocking fields of tetrahedra with a common center. Through the counter spinning of these fields while breathing in certain patterns, it is believed that we can change or move our perception of reality into other dimensions. It's why the Merkaba is believed to be the vehicle that allows us to travel through different times and dimensions. The upward tetrahedron of this activation refers to the masculine aspect. It's very fiery colors indicating power, presence, and direction. The light coming out of its corners refers to the capacity to direct energy and presence. The downward tetrahedron refers to the feminine aspect, deep, dark, and mysterious, with spirals that indicate the flowing nature of the feminine. And when these two opposing forces come together in perfect union, the Merkaba activates its full potential. This process is outwardly expressed through our search and manifestation of a love relationship with another, and inwardly through an equally powerful love relationship with ourselves. Both hold the potential of supporting our eternal, infinite capacity to create our reality according to our consciousness. The arrowhead pattern refers to our ancient past as well as our alien and off planet connection to other realities. The water in the background indicates the emotional realm, the guidance system that helps us navigate through the world energies in relation to our physical bodies. The green and turquoise indicate our heart based truth that surrounds, and the surrounding square represents the physical world in which our reality is based. And it says to try this. It says, close your eyes and move your awareness away from your body. Can you feel the space around it? Forget about your body now. Forget that you have one. Think of no body, no thing, no place, and no time. Open your focus and allow your conscious mind to get out of the way. Linger in this place often and see how this is changing your perception in your daily life. And it's like, God, that just made me just reading that. I'm like, whoo, Jesus. My goodness gracious. 5:05 a.m. Montreal, Canada, 6/26/1959. All right, let me link you here and you can jump up here and we'll see what's going on. My gosh. The Merkaba got me on fire, guys. Got me on fire. Let me do the link for you. And is it Aline? Hmm. Oh my God, no. Yeah. I don't know that I've heard that story. It doesn't sound familiar, but I may just have forgotten. Is it Aline? Eileen? Yes, it is Aline. Okay, let me drop you a link, babe. Invite guest. And there's the link for you to come up on panel so I can read you and see what's going to happen with you in August. Isn't that the duality? Yeah. Spirit, matter, masculine, feminine, heaven, earth, and the body, and no form. That's what I explore my teaching in the shadow work. I love that. I love that. And when we come to duality, like we're in, it's like, we have to take the good and the bad, as above, so below, as within, so without. Taking the good with the bad. I like how it said to think of the body and step outside the body and get into that space. That was really cool. And then to imagine not being in the body. That was cool. 5:05 in the morning. And June 26th. June 26th. So you just had a birthday. So happy belated birthday. All right. I got you in here, honey. I had a spiritual reader tell me she believes that I do connect to the spiritual side and that I'm surrounded. There's experiences that I believe that. Also have my final custody court August that's passed. August. Hold on. Also, I have my final custody court August that's passed. So August is coming up. I mean, we're in August. Right? Okay, gotcha. I mean, the part reliving past experience. Okay, gotcha. Gotcha. Okay, Aline, I'm waiting for you, baby. Come on up here. I dropped the link for you. Custody court in August. Got you. Gotcha. Well, hopefully that goes okay. I mean, it's not like, I don't know, what kind of custody? Like custody with your kids? Let me know. Let me know. I got this pulled up. Let me go ahead and pull up the screen. It's a deep thought provoking it's a deep thought provoking subject of recognizing our own darkness and that heaven and hell is what we personally create. Yeah, through our reactions, sometimes, you know, I don't know, like if you watch a kid take their last breath, we didn't create the heaven or the hell experience of that trauma. You know what I'm saying? So you can't go on your stream. So I cannot go on your stream. Why can't you? Why can't you? And did you try or is it just not working? Or I've had several encounters in this home with someone who I believe is watching out for me. I stroke on head, footsteps, whispers of my name in my ear when I'm asleep, but it's not scary. For some people, it would be scary, wouldn't it? Oh, I see. Our daily life and how we live. I mean, I grew up next to a cemetery, and my grandmother, I don't know, I won't even get into all of it, but stuff just doesn't scare me like that. Oh, it didn't work? Okay. I've never had one pulled. I touched on something that made me nervous. I think about it like this. We all came to the earth not scared. We were excited for the experience, and we were like, "Yes, I want to do that. I can't wait to do that. I can't wait to experience this and that." And we did, the good, the bad, all of that. And, that video that I put out when right after Alex was born and he was in the NICU, I put that video out about why am I here? Who am I? Why am I here? And I think we all ask ourselves those deep philosophical questions. Why am I here? And the answer is there all along. It's just that we look at life on earth in such a other, such a different perspective because we are all taught. I went to Christian school, and so we're all taught a certain programming. And it's just sometimes I think that it's really good that we have the religion upbringing, and then there's sometimes I think that the religious upbringing can sometimes just be too much. And our minds need to open up a little bit more. And for some people, I think it's fated for them to be, a religious type of person. And for others, it's not. We do something different. We do something different. Yeah, it's not final. Yeah, I mean, Jill, you're going through that too, the the religious extremism, Jill's going through that with, some of her family members where it can be very extreme and very, I don't know, heavy. And if we think about Christ, the person that I read about and that I was taught, well, he didn't like religion. He didn't like kings and queens. He did not like to conform to the world and to be like everybody else. That's the person that I learned about and that I wanted to be like, I wanted to be like him. I understood, I felt, felt that in a big way. Yeah, my PTSD, if you wanna do something, more private on that, we can definitely look at it another time to look at this, upcoming court date. Not to scare you, but just maybe to give you some, maybe some awareness or some clarity. Good night, Cinderella. Thank you for being here, honey. Thank you all for being here tonight. We've had a good live. Um, yeah, it can be very oppressive in the wrong hands. Totally agree. Phew. Yes. Yes. Mhm. I mean, you're living it, Lady Freedom. You're living it. You're living out that purpose. You're doing it. We're never going to not do it. You know what I mean? Some of our purpose is, somebody's purpose could be to stand there holding a street, holding a sign, and that's what they're doing. They're holding a sign and they are, homeless. They're an addict. Some people's purpose is just different. We live in a world that is a beautiful, it's a beautiful, perfect chaos. Weeks before 9/11, I had a dream of airplanes and fire when the TV showed it. Yeah, then you got pregnant like it was a sign or something. That's wild. And it's wild, too, that you notice the synchronicities. When we notice those synchronicities, it becomes more profound in our life. Our spiritual side is just more profound. I think that, we can't have one without the other. What I read in astrology is there's a white moon and then there's a black moon. So we have to have both, you know. A lot of times when people say, I'm a Pisces, I'm a Virgo, I'm a Libra. Well, you know what? The entire zodiac is within you. We are just, some of us are emphasizing the way that we shine in a certain, element or modality or whatnot, but we are all of that. We're all of that and we are nothing. Thank you too, babe. Thank you for being here, Lady Freedom. I love you so much. And thank you for being here. Thank you for always being such a support, such a sweetheart. I love you guys, and I'm going to jump off here. I hope you guys have a good night, and I thank you so much for being here with me tonight. You could be anywhere else, and you're hanging out with me. And I just think it's a beautiful thing to come together and to divine and just, be here for support, to support one another. And I want you guys to look for the live tomorrow at 4, the Know Thyself series. Bring your chart. And if you don't have your chart, the beginning of it will get your chart. And, be looking for the live with Sebastian when I'm going to go over his map because you won't want to miss that. If you are invested in Sebastian Rogers' case, you're going to want to see this because I'm going to break the charts down. I'm going to show you the map. I'm going to show you another angle, another perception that, of course, we're always looking at. We're always looking at different places where Sebastian could be found, Thank you, Jeff, for being such a sweetheart and a supporter. I'm a true believer in Jesus Christ, who I know is by my side always. Amen to that, sister. I do believe that as well. I'm not with the religion that created that person that they say is one way, but I know him another way, or I know this energy as another way. So, if it wasn't for this entity, I wouldn't even be doing astrology. He came and told me about myself, and I was like, okay, got it. Got it. Good night, all you beautiful watchers. Yes, thank you so much. Thank you, Kimberly. Thank you, darlings. All right. Peace out, guys.